So if you are not hearing no to working with you, to buying your shit on a daily basis, and when I mean that, as in the days you're working, oh my gosh, you are not selling enough. I want you to go and hunt the no. I want you to have conversations. I want you to put out offers. I don't want you to be passive. Remember, if we are just promoting our shit on Instagram stories and putting it up in a post and not having a sales conversation, we are one fucking passive bitch. So we want to be having, remember, legitimate sales conversations. We want to be sending sales material. This could look like email marketing to people that are warm and hot leads. We want to be having conversations. We want to be telling people on a daily basis how they can work with us, how they can give us money. We want to present an invitation to a relationship, AKA buy my shit, and we want to be okay to hear no. So what this tells me is if we look at this logically, no one converts 100% of the time. They just don't. So we know that then in that, you are going to be hearing no. So, like I think the average sales conversion or something is like 1% to 2%. It varies just so much depending on what data you see. But let's just stick with a 2% conversion rate for a second. So if you have 100 conversations, that means that you are going to hear no 98 times and 2 yes. Now, I find that you'll probably convert a bit better than this. And something as well to remember is that even though you'll hear no right now, for some people, that could change tomorrow. It could change next week. It could change in 3 months. And this simple conversation could literally be the catalyst for them purchasing something. So what I'm talking about is the immediate results. And if you go up to 100 people and you say, hey, bitch, give me money, that you are going to have 2 people that will be like, sure, and 98 people that will be like, no. Some of those people will be like, no, not right now. No, I'll do it Friday, whatever it is. So if you are not hearing that, you are not selling enough, which means that you are probably not hearing, you are not hearing all of the yeses that you actually could. How exciting is this? Just this simple shift of you having these sales conversations could be enough to change your entire business. I reckon we need to get a little bit more ballsy as well when it comes to selling. And again, not be so passive. I have a fun little story. So I'm very much single and I very much am loving just the sheer boldness of men at the moment in asking me out in person. Now, if you think it's terrifying to ask someone to give you money, imagine what it's like to ask someone out on a date. So I went to the bar, the pub the other week, right, with my friend Jordan. And there was this handsome little bartender. And he's, when I say little, he's a bit young. And anyway, we were talking and stuff and we left. I've never had attentive service in my life like the service that we got that night. My friend Jordan's like, I think he's keen on you. And I'm like, I don't know. I think he's just being nice. Anyway, we went to leave. He accosted my friend Jordan at the traffic lights. He ran up to her and was like, is your friend single? And she's like, yeah, but she's only going to want to date you if you're dominant and you can lock in plans because she hates passive men. Anyway, so we went in there this week. And he came up to me with his phone out. My friend is sitting there. We're sitting at the bar. So his colleagues are there. There are patrons around us. And he was like, so I'm going to need your number in my phone because I'm going to take you out and I've got to have your number to organize that so that happens. And I'm like, Jordan's kind of sipping her drink, with this mischievous little grin on her face. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, okay, sure. And then I put my number in his phone. Could you imagine if he came up and was like, oh, hey, maybe, maybe we, want to go out. Or worse, he just expected me to have the conversation. And every time I came in, he's like, let me just give this bitch a better knife and water, and clean her tape. Do you know what I mean? It's you can see the stark difference of him just being like, oh, well, she's here. Let me just go up versus, oh, let me just passively ask her out versus, no, I'm actually going to tell her how this is happening in a lovely, respectful way. So I'm using this example because if this guy can be so bold to ask me out with a fucking audience, why the hell can you not have a sales conversation with a bitch that downloaded your freebie or your services guide or interacts to everything and comments something being like, wow, I resonated so hard with this. Are you telling me that you cannot have a sales conversation with her and be like, hey, bitch, I get that you love me. You should buy the offer. you should go into this thing, right? Are you telling me that you could not have a sales conversation? Because that to me just sounds very weak. It sounds weak because when you're as good as you are and you're amazing, why the fuck are we preventing people from working with us? Because the thing that you need to remember is the best value that you can provide is in the thing that people are paying you for. All your free content, amazing. Everything you put out, amazing. But the real value is in what people pay you for. So you are actually not being as valuable as you can by not selling. So if you want a little personal challenge to set yourself up for the week, I want you to write down or have conversation. Like if you use a little CRM or a tracker, whatever, you can write this on Notepad. Pick a number, 50 or 100. If you are bold, go 100. If you are like, go 50. You are not doing under 50. If you try to do under 50, that's where your problem is in business. You just don't have enough output. I want you to either think about one offer that you are selling at the moment, or you can really customize this for the people. This may even be your first hurdle. You could be really confused by this. And I just want you to have 100 sales conversations this week. Now, if you use email marketing, you can send out a campaign. Those who click, you can send them in a little bit of a segment. You can email them or you can personally contact them. But I really challenge you to have 100 sales conversations. You can do 50, but a sales conversation is not putting something up on Instagram and being like, oh, well, if people want it, they'll buy it. That's like me going into the bar and the guy being like, oh, well, if she wants me, she's going to ask me out. But little does he know, Peter Saris does not ask any man out. Any man. It's probably half my problem. But no, I like a man that knows what he wants. And a man that knows what he wants knows that he wants me. So you want to be this with your clients, with your customers. So what would it look like for you to go out and have these 100 conversations for the purpose? This is the big part, the purpose of hearing no. I want you to literally have this almost like a rejection therapy boot camp, just knowing that you are going to be okay if some bitch tells you no. You are going to be so fine. So go and do that, report back, let me know how you go. Now, if you want some help with this, and of course, I'm going to tell you how you can pay me. We're not going to go through a whole episode on sales, and I'm not going to sell you something. The 10-day sales challenge is incredible. I actually had someone purchase this and she said that she worked through it in an evening. And she's like, this is the best damn thing that I've done. Can you imagine feeling so excited that you work through 10 days worth of content? And the videos, they're not super lengthy. Some of them are like 10 minutes, but in an evening. And she's like, this is incredible. I literally cannot wait to go out there and just sell my shit. Everything is in motion. I've done the exercises. There's little action steps each day. It makes it very, very simple. And it's only, best part, $110. And that's in Australian dollars. So why don't you purchase that and then be like, I'm going to watch this and then I'm going to go out. I'm going to do my sales training. I'm going to have my 100 conversations. And this is actually part of one of the days where we create a sexy little resource list. And then another day we have these conversations. But just, humor me and go and be like, I'm going to do this for the purpose of hearing no. Now, that doesn't mean sabotage these conversations and be like, hey, bitch, buy my shit, because that conversation may not be on brand for you. But, have these conversations and just commit and see what fucking happens. All right. You don't want to be a passive bitch when you are as good as you are. Okay. Remember that. Remember that. Remember that. So hot stuff. I love this. I love this. I love you. I love you more than the fact that it's 8:51 in the morning and I put 2 loads of washing out. I don't normally do my washing. I normally get it done, which is just, it feels really luxurious. But at the moment, it's just sunny and I'm like, oh, we've got everything. I'll just put it out. But I can't wait until I can pay someone to do that shit again. That's a really fun thing to outsource, just by the way. So I love you more than the people that do my washing. They are incredible. They are icons. I could not live without them. They're beautiful people. I also love you more than the fact that Business Bang is starting today. We have our first call in just over an hour. I can't wait to fuck shit up with everyone on that call and their sexy business. And if you missed the news on the last episode, Business Bang is going evergreen, which means that you can join anytime, baby, any fucking time. So when you're ready, I'm ready. I'm ready for you right now. So I love you more than that. I love you more than, we've got chicken schnitzel again for breakfast today. This is a breakfast I'm super vibing. So I love you more than that. And I love you more than the fact that I think I'm in the runway to ovulation and my face just looks really good. Oh, my face is looking so good. And I'm all natural. I've got like no Botox, nothing at the moment. I'm like, wow, you flawless natural bitch, I say with like different colored eyelids. So clearly we're not too natural if I have a face full of makeup. Anyway, hot stuff. Go and make some money, right? Go and just get that cash, get that bag. Remember who the fuck you are. How fun is it when you have these conversations and some bitch is like, yeah, all right, I'll pay you $2,000 for whatever. And you're like, oh my God, I just pull this money from the sky. Your friends are sitting in their fucking corporate job. They couldn't even dream of making that in a week. And you just made that in a fucking afternoon with a sales conversation that you had when you were sitting on the toilet texting someone, right? You are like a god. You're an icon. I love you. Mwah, 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 mwah. Go and get your money, get your money, get your money. Go and get your money. Okay, we're never singing again, but I love you.